Remember back in 2020 when being vegan was cool? Documentaries like What the Health and The Game Changers had opened eyes to the benefits of plant-based eating. Beyond Meat had just gone public and oat milk was hitting cafes. But today, some media headlines are suggesting that plant-based eating has lost its appeal and that the vegans have lost. But was it ever even a fair fight? The meat industry is huge. Last year, it generated nearly $300 billion, with Americans consuming 230 pounds of meat per capita. The plant-based alternative sector, worth less than $4 billion. But this disparity isn't just market-driven, it's political. Meat lobbyists spent $5.5 million in Washington, D.C. in 2024, with a goal to influence regulators. A report by Stanford University found that between 2014 and 2020, meat and dairy industries received 800 times more public funding and spent 190 times more lobbying dollars than the alternatives market. It also found that U.S. policy consistently favored livestock and feed production. In many ways, novel meat alternatives never stood a chance. This is especially true because of meat industry-backed disinformation campaigns lodged against the plant-based meat sector, painting the products as ultra-processed, unhealthy, and synthetic. While it's true that some plant-based meats are processed, even ultra-processed, processing alone doesn't define healthfulness. In fact, a 2025 American Journal of Clinical Nutrition review found replacing animal meat with processed plant-based alternatives may improve heart health. Meat alternatives are also considered a new technology, and thus may be following what is known as the classic tech hype cycle. After early buzz and heavy investment, adoption slows as the products face scrutiny. While this downturn may look like failure, it may just be a normal stage in the technology's path toward maturity. Integrating plant-based meat alternatives into our culture may just need a new reframing, like we see in Denmark, a country leading the world's first national plant-based action plan, investing €170 million to boost farming, innovation, and education. It frames plant-based foods as climate-smart business opportunities, rather than as disruptive to the meat industry. No, this is not the time for a plant-based postmortem. The health of the plant-based food market does not reflect the broader potential of plant-forward diets to shift culture, reduce our impact on climate change, and improve our health. Nor does it indicate that the vegans have won or lost. Success is not measured by short-term sales spikes or viral trends. It comes from integration, with plant-based foods becoming more normalized, accessible, and appealing. Read the full story on sentientmedia.org.